Hey guys, how's everyone doing? This is Sir Jedi Sentinel, and welcome back to Sentinel Reviews. RWBY time once again, and this time we are another double feature, and we are looking at Volume 6, Chapter 10, Stealing from the Elderly, and Chapter 11, The Lady in the Shoe. As always, I will be talking spoilers. The episodes are now free to the general public, so if you go to the description below, you will find the links to the Rooster Teeth website and the episodes, so you can watch them before watching this. And at this point, I'm just debating, because we have 2 episodes left, finishing out the series as double features. The reason I'm debating it is because usually the finale is double length. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But otherwise, I'm glad I watched these episodes back to back because they really fit well together as one cohesive piece. You know, Chapter 10 is the gang executing their plan to sneak into Atlas, and Chapter 11 is the aftermath of that plan. Failing. So yeah, we'll look at Chapter 10 first. This episode was actually surprisingly funny, and I'll talk a little bit more about the humorous parts later. But everyone's in position. Weiss is going to steal the ship. The rest of the gang is waiting a little bit away for her to pick them up, while Blake and Yang go to disable the radar tower so Weiss won't be detected when she flies back into Argus. Except the radar tower doesn't get disabled, and that is actually a major point, so I will end this episode on that. But anyway, Weiss and Maria steal the ship, they fly back into Argus, and the ship picks them up, and everyone realizes, something went wrong. And like I said, this episode really highlights a lot of the humor RWBY has, and it worked really well. Like, one of my favorite moments is after stealing the ship, Maria starts flying it, and, you know, when Argus radios and asks for a status report, she says, "I know Atlas jargon," and she responds, and they're like, "Yeah, this isn't you. We are going to treat you as hostile now." And Weiss and Maria start panicking, and it's basically like, "What happened? I thought you said you knew the jargon." And then the radio picks back up. "Oh, the jargon is fine. We just don't hire little old ladies as pilots." And the back and forth between Caroline Cordovan and Maria is hilarious. To the point that Weiss tells her, Weiss tells Maria, "You're not helping." And yeah, because again, this episode is just set up for the next episode to pay off, there's not really a lot to talk about here. But the way this sort of A story ends is that Maria, who is kind of crazy, pilots a giant mech to basically crush them. Yeah, I have my own thoughts on that. It just, given what I said last episode about the people of Atlas and how they feel, it's like, this could very well be an international incident that starts another war among the kingdoms. Well, just Atlas's attitude in general, anyway. Well, we'll see what happens. And then we get the B story, which isn't really focused here. That Blake went to disable the radar tower. I guess either one works. She tells Yang to wait behind. And then Adam shows up, which I'm actually kind of happy for. Not that I like Adam. Adam's a monster, but it's just for both Blake and Yang and their developments, and Adam is sort of a loose hanging plot thread, so I'm glad that that's being addressed, and I'm glad that, you know, we're finally doing something with Adam, because we had that scene way back in Chapter 1 where he slaughtered the White Fang after returning back to the home base after the events of Volume 5, and then nothing. And this episode, somewhat, along with the next episode, which we'll see, shows just how messed up Adam truly is. Like, basically everything that's happened since Volume 3, all the failures that the White Fang has suffered, he blames that on Blake. And it's just... Yeah, it's been implied in the show and sort of confirmed by the crew that Adam and Blake were lovers, and yeah, this is all the signs of an abusive relationship. Overall, though, again, because this is a lot of setup, with some good humor, mind you, some good humor, and some good suspense, too. There was a lot. I know I kind of undersold it, but this was really suspenseful. I'm going to give Chapter 10 an A minus. No, a B plus. There we go. And then Chapter 11, The Lady in the Shoe. Again, this is the aftermath of their plan to sneak into Argus failing. So, Ruby, Weiss, Maria, Crow, Oscar, Jean, Nora, and Ren have to face Cordovan, and then Blake has to deal with Yang Adam. And I said this before the last time a major fight showed up. I'm not an animator, I'm not a choreographer, so I can't really comment on the fights to that extent, but they looked gorgeous. The animation was brilliant. There was even, in some instances, some 2D thrown in there that worked really well. And you get to see a lot of the dynamics with the characters, the way they work together, you know. How else do I want to go there? You sort of see Maria get more and more insane as this goes on. Because she's just flaunting, the entire time. Maria, I keep saying Maria, I mean Cordovan. Yeah. You see Cordovan become more and more insane as this fight goes on, because she's like, how dare you defy Atlas? We're the best. Like, this woman is nuts. How many times can I say that? And really, I'm trying to figure out. I think of the two fights, because again, this episode was just extended fight sequences. This one was my favorite. And then the second half of the episode is dedicated to the fight between Blake and Adam, which has been built up since Volume 3, and seeing this finally play out has been satisfying. It's like, finally, we're addressing this. And Adam continues to show how deranged and messed up he is. And then finally, after all the teasing and all the buildup, we see what is under his mask. And I was not prepared for that. I had plenty of guesses, but that wasn't it. And all I can say to that is watch the episode. Anyway, during their fight, Adam gets the upper hand and incapacitates Blake. And then Yang shows up, practically throwing her motorcycle at him. And really, the two of them, Blake and Yang together, ready to fight Adam, is where the episode ends. Chapter 11 had some really gorgeous animated sequences and really good fights. But again, on the whole, it didn't really contribute in terms of plot. And I'm going to give The Lady in the Shoe a C. But that being said, again, I really like that I watched these episodes together. I really think they worked better on the whole, and that's just my thought on general. I'm always excited for when a volume ends and the Blu-ray comes out, because Because the RWBY Blu-rays give you the option to watch them edited together as a single movie, and I really think it works better that way. But those are just my thoughts. What were yours? Please drop a conversation in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Click the little bell next to subscribe to get notifications when I upload. And in the description box below the links to the episodes, you will find the link to my Twitter where you can follow me and get updates on the channel. This is Sir Jedi Sentinel, and I'll see you guys next time.